So there's something that I've seen has worked a lot for us. Um, it sometimes helps to actually give them some examples about actual refusals which may have happened before the patent office. So rather than, because we have to appreciate the fact that these are hardcore technology people who feel they're the mother of the possession and they don't want to really go ahead and easily divulge. Nothing bad on their part, it's just the protective nature that we have. So, and a lot of the times because of this, they don't even understand why we are asking. Trust 100% gives them comfort. But for them to be able to even appreciate the context why we are asking, I have seen in my practice when we speak to clients and then we ask for particular information and they're still struggling to give that, we cite a few examples. Recently, there was a case, and more or less related to the same technology area, saying this got refused because so and so statistics was missing, function was missing, or this kind of an exploded view was missing, these details. I think this gives them a sense of understanding to what extent this is mandated by law. This is not something that we are making up on our own. So this helps. The second thing that I think has also worked for us a lot is a lot of the times asking them to answer questions makes them feel, oh my God, this is like another headache on my head. But if you devise some tables which can pretty much capture the details that you would need, that you can thereafter build upon, and a series of conversations you can get clarified, that helps, especially for mechanical or for electronic inventions. I've seen, we have a particular tabular format that we have come up, which has given us great results. It has actually cut down the time that we're spending with them in getting the information. And it's also pretty easy for them to intuitively go ahead and provide the information. So some of the best practices that we go for.